I say that we serve the people whose lives have hit a speed bump. Perhaps they have lost a loved one. Perhaps they're getting a divorce. They've lost a job. It's when life is rolling along and they hit a speed bump and they need someone to talk to that's not in the middle of their forest.
When a person is in need, is the church ready, willing, and able to reach out to them? And whether or not that person at that point in time wants a Stephen minister or decides to enter into that kind of relationship, it is success that the church has heard their need and has chosen to offer something to them, whether or not they feel the need for that or want to take advantage of that at the time. It's the fact that the church is there, that it cares, that it listens, that it responds.
We care about your heart, and we care about your hurts, we care about your hang-ups. We love the Lord, and we're here to take care of His sheep.
While the Stephen ministers are not therapists in the sense of state-licensed individuals and that type of thing, they are people who are trained in a very specific kind of ministry, and the work they do is very therapeutic. It promotes health, and that's what being therapeutic is about. So while they may not be therapists and they may not be engaging people in therapy, they are certainly engaging people in a process that promotes their health, their growth, their moving forward in life.
Our training is 65 hours long, and we train out of a manual that comes from Stephen Ministry Corporate in St. Louis, and our training manuals weigh 45 pounds.
Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Are you dedicated to these people? Are you prepared to give to others time?
What an exciting group of people that is. I've had the opportunity of teaching 2 of the modules, and one of the things that has been so powerful for me is just to hear these people interact one with another, and also in the questions that they ask, their openness to share things that they may be hesitant about or concerns as to how they would respond to something, but just the genuineness of the individuals, the commitment they have made to the training process. That's a lot of training. And it requires juggling schedules, it requires changing priorities, and they have done that, and they have done that willingly. And one of the things that is particularly helpful is they are already creating a core group of care providers who will then sustain and support one another as they move out into this ministry.
Stephen ministers are people with high integrity and good character and trustworthy, but have great listening skills.
People will think about being a Stephen minister for a long period of time before they step forward, and they kind of have this internal struggle with, could I really do this? Could I really be helpful in this way? But more importantly, they oftentimes struggle with, is this really what God is calling me to do? And it's oftentimes a response to a felt call by God, and then a struggle about, but am I adequate? And of course, adequacy comes with training, and we are very, very good at training, and then it comes with ongoing supervision. But you start with a person who has a heart for people, you start with people who have a heart for God, and who want to really be an expression of the body of Christ by being together with people in times of major transition and oftentimes incredible hurt.
That it's a lovely, caring place to come when you hurt, and you don't have to hurt alone. God created us to be in community when He called us to pray, Our Father, and not My Father. And it's a place to come and allow Christ to heal you with someone standing beside you and walking beside you.
One of the things that's particularly unique about the relationship is it is a relationship in which people are listened to. And one of the things that we have just seen time and time again is while there is that basic need to be heard, to be known, to be listened to, there are really very, very few places today that takes place. People are always in a hurry to move somebody from one place to another place, and this is an opportunity for people to simply be where they are and to gain comfort with where they are in order to then move forward. One of the things that people oftentimes experience at times of tragedy or loss is they lose the sense that there is hope for the future. And that really is a spiritual issue, because at times what people get caught up in is the misunderstanding that somehow the God who has created all that is, and the God who has made such very specific and powerful promises to us, for some reason is powerless to bring hope or change or newness into their lives. And that's one of the things that Stephen Ministry is helpful with, is being with people at the times in which they question God's presence. They question God's love for them. They question whether or not there can be something good and hopeful for them in the present and in the future. And that's one of the proclamations of the gospel. One of the proclamations of our good news is that there is good things that God is about in this moment and in this future.